You're spending too little on marketing. Hey, welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about marketing and how much you should actually be spending. People are not spending enough money when it comes to marketing their business. And I know it's uncertain and there's lots of uncertainty around the pandemic and there's lots of uncertainty around the future and what should we be doing. But the truth is, you can never be spending enough on marketing. You can never be spending enough on marketing. And I'm going to back that up in a couple of minutes. I want to tell you a little bit of a story. So I've been doing digital marketing or marketing on the internet for a good 6-7 years now. And I've seen lots of different companies. I've worked with over 125 companies at this point. I've seen a lot of people spend a lot of money, spend very little money. And the ones who generally are making it big, the ones who are actually succeeding, are actually spending either money or time. And I could say, yeah, money has a certain time value, but time also has a monetary value. And I'm not going to get into the nuances of like time versus money thing, but I'm pretty sure I'll make a video and I'll link it to the card in the future. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you're curious about the time versus money sort of thing. The ultimate dream is to build a business that sustains you, that grows, that you can use to help a lot of people, that can actually sell your products and services, that can actually, cause this ripple effect in the world where if you help one person and they help 10 people and those 10 people help another 10 people, it's like this ripple effect of help. But at the end of the day, if you're not doing enough marketing, internally, obviously you want to selfishly, you want to survive. You want to do your own thing. You want to have more free time with your family. You want to have more free time with your friends. You want to make an impact on the world. From a business point of view, we've been taught the wrong things. We tend to contract ourselves when we're going into some sort of a recession or when things are slow, when things are down. 2020 was a prime example of that. A lot of people contracted their budgets. A lot of people laid off a lot of staff. They didn't go all in on marketing. They didn't go on. And I'm guilty of that as well. I'm just getting into sort of producing more content, spending more time on marketing. This is what I was talking about earlier, where, you've got to produce content. Whether you spend money to actually make it or you make it for free but spend the time to produce it, or you have somebody or you pay somebody to help you with that content, it's both spending money on marketing. When it comes to producing things for the internet, that's ultimately what it is. That's ultimately what marketing is: attracting people to your business. It's attracting people to your funnel. It's attracting people to your services, to your product, to your brand, to your mission, to your vision at the end of the day. One of the things that I've seen when it comes to a lot of companies just throwing money at Facebook, I've seen a lot of people try Facebook ads and fail at Facebook ads. Not failing at Facebook ads because they didn't have a good product, or it could be that they failed because they had a bad product. More often than not, people don't have the time or the resources to actually experiment and figure out what works. And so if you look at people like Mr. Beast, or you look at people who have been on YouTube for ages and actually succeeded, they've made a success of YouTube by posting organic content, by learning their way through the platform and figuring out what works for their audience and for themselves, for their personality, by just grinding away and publishing video after video. They've spent time to create those things, but also then built a business around. Mr. Beast wouldn't be Mr. Beast if he didn't invest that time, the 7 years that he took from the age of 11 to 18 to actually figure out what to do on YouTube. When it comes to your business, this is the opportunity that you have. This is the time, this is the era where you need to be online and you need to be producing content and you need to be advertising and you need to be creating things for your audience, figuring out what message works, figuring out what message doesn't work, figuring out how to get people to click on your thumbnails, figuring out how to get people to click on your ads. All of these aspects, all of these things, like writing a good headline for your sales page, or writing a good headline for your blog post, or making the right thumbnail for your videos, like all of these aspects, all of these little skills, these little techniques, all of these minute details are the things that we basically need to play with, reverse hack, reverse engineer the heck out of it so that we can actually succeed online. This is just what it takes. Sure, you can throw a whole bunch of money and that's okay. Some people have the budget, some people have the resources to outsource a lot of the work that they have, a lot of the thing that they want to do, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not saying spending a lot of money versus spending a lot of time is a good or a bad thing. It's one of those things where you have to decide either to spend the time or to spend the money, and then just committing to the thing. And so that's the reason why I'm doing this YouTube channel. I'm producing more videos, trying to make them better, trying to improve the quality, trying to do all the variables so that I can improve the quality of the channel and improve the quality of the content as well. So I am here experimenting with this opportunity and teaching you as well, and hopefully through the process of growing, through the process of understanding, the process of learning, we grow this together. In terms of the framework, one, decide on what it is that you want to do, decide who you are, decide what you want to stand for, and decide what you want to sell. Secondly, decide which platform you want to be on, not because you want to be on the platform only, but also because your audience is on this platform as well, on that platform as well. So if it's YouTube and you know your clients are on YouTube, then cool. If your audience is on Instagram, then be on Instagram. 3, produce a lot of content, create messages, write posts, create videos, use all sorts of mediums that are available on the platform that you've chosen to be able to get your message out to more and more people. 4, identify what's working for your content. Identify what style of video. Make notes on what you said and what you didn't say. Look at the analytics and say, you had a drop off of this topic, or you had a drop off during your video at this point. What did you say? What caused people to leave? Look at all of those analytics, and then make decisions about what you should and shouldn't be doing on your videos and on your blog posts and on your content in general. 5, make sure that you always have a funnel, or that you have some sort of an action that you need to give people. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be selling things on your content all the time, but you definitely need to ask people to subscribe at minimum to the channel, or let them hit the like button if they're liking the video, because the YouTube gods love that. So definitely hit the like right now. Get people to comment below, let them ask them questions, get them to interact with you and engage. Have a call to action where a lot of cases you're going to maybe ask people to a webinar, you're going to ask people to do a certain thing, go download the thing that you have, or check out the link in the description to go and get a 10% coupon off your product, whatever the case may be. Figure out how to get people off the platform that you're on and onto your own platform, onto your email list. I'll be covering email marketing in future videos, so definitely check out the card where I go in depth into email marketing. My statement for this video was you should be spending more on marketing. And if you look at Mr. Beast, and if you look at all of these people who've succeeded on the internet, they've spent the time, they've spent the money, and in some cases they're spending both to be able to market their business. And ultimately, the one who can actually market themselves and spend the most money to get their customers. If you're spending $50 per customer to get your customer versus your competition who's spending $500, then you've got some work to do, right? You've got to figure out what to do to be able to get to that $500 mark, or maybe more, so that you can win over your competition. So at the end of the day, if you're going to outperform, if you're going to outwork, if you're going to outspend, if you're going to spend more time on your content, on your marketing, on your messaging, then you're going to outdo your competition. This is how Mr. Beast and how a lot of the other YouTubers, how a lot of content creators, how a lot of influencers have won in this space. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this was useful. Let me know below what you thought of the video, and comment like how many hours a week are you spending on your marketing. So with that being said, subscribe to the channel if you liked the video. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much.